Okay, we've got another double angle. This one isn't terrible, but it is a bit of a doozy just from the algebra standpoint. I'm going to subtract this 3 sine squared 2 theta from both sides. So you get a 2 cosine squared theta equals a 4 minus 3 is just a 1 sine squared 2 theta. And really what this is it's sine 2 theta times sine of 2 theta, right? I mean, that's what sine squared is, sine times sine. So sine of 2 theta times sine of 2 theta. And again, other ways to get there, but this is the way I'm going. So you've got 2 cosine squared theta equals, I'm pulling off of my green sheet the 2 sine theta cosine theta. And you didn't have to rewrite it out. You could have actually just basically gone from this line to this line and just squared it, really. I just kind of wanted to call attention to it. I don't know why I felt the need to call attention to it, but I'm calling attention to it. So you've got 2 cosine squared theta equals 2 squared is 4, sine squared theta cosine squared theta. You are not allowed, please do not just divide by cosine squared. You are going to take this 2 cosine squared and subtract it from both sides. So you get a 0 equals a 4 sine squared theta cosine squared theta minus a 2 cosine squared theta. You can then use a GCF. You can, if you want, divide everything by 2. That's okay. You're allowed to do that. You can always just divide by numbers. I'm going to factor out a 2 cosine squared theta from both of them. So I have, 0 equals 2 cosine squared theta times 2 sine squared theta minus 1. All right, and so I need to make myself a little bit more room. I don't know why the bunny is, I don't know why the bunny is shrinking this time around. And so when I make that room that I now need to write, so I've got 0 equals 2 cosine squared, and 0 equals a 2 sine squared theta minus a 1. Sorry about that. Forgot about the second bell there. So when you divide by this 2 and then basically take the square root, I'm not going to show that work, but you get a 0 equals a cosine theta. And over here, you would add 1 and divide by 2, so you get a 1/2 equals a sine squared theta. And when you take the square root for that one, you get a positive negative radical 2 over 2 equals a sine theta. And from these two, so where does cosine equal 0 and where does sine equal positive and negative radical 2, you get all of those answers up there. So again, it wasn't terrible, it's just kind of the algebra behind it.